Today, New Mexico Corner Flag, we're talking to senior Noah Lovato. This is the 2023-2024 season with Sandia Prep. Noah, just tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, what year are you in?
I'm a senior. I graduate this year.
Nice.
I've been playing varsity soccer for Sandia Prep since my freshman year.
Nice.
And yeah, here we are.
What teams have you played on, like club, when you're growing up? Like, when did you?
Yeah, so I played on United for a long time when I was really little, and then from there I moved to the Pateadores, and I played with Jorge, and most recently I played with New Mexico Soccer Academy.
What position do you play now?
Yeah, so right now I'm a center back, possibly central midfielder. That's where I am a natural at.
Being a student athlete, what's your hardest class right now?
Calculus. I don't really think I have any classes that really pose a threat to my GPA, but overall calculus, right?
What other extracurriculars are you involved in?
I'm an officer in NHS, and that's pretty much it. As far as extracurriculars go, it's pretty much school and soccer for me right now.
Who's your favorite player professionally that plays in that position?
My favorite player professionally is Messi. He's the best of the best, but in that position, I would say someone like Luka Modric. I always looked up to him as a young player when I used to play midfielder a lot, so he was one of my role models.
Speaking, what are your goals for this season?
I mean, the end goal is to win state. I think that's how every team is right now, but overall I just really like to see this team become successful and play well together. I mean, obviously I want to win state, but more so than that, I just want to see this team become a true team and just be able to play well together and just be successful whether or not we win or lose. I mean, success is not just measured by winning and losing, especially when it comes to high school soccer, because it's really about just developing my fellow players. So I'm doing my best to be a role model for we have a really young team, so it's kind of my job to help these kids mature.
You are particularly stepping into more of a leadership role. What have you seen done in previous years that you want to emulate this year?
I think in previous years there's been captains that I've looked up to that have been, not strict, but they've been hard on the younger players, and I think for me that helped me improve my game. I know not everyone responds to the same harsh criticism, which I'm definitely working on, and it's definitely become a little bit of a challenge because it's just hard. I can't be the coach. So other captains, they've stayed calm, they have a lot of control on their emotions, and that's something I'm really trying to do myself that I could definitely do better at.
What do you think is uniquely challenging about the upcoming season for yourself and the team in the league?
I think for myself, we have a really young team, which with young age comes immaturity, and I think dealing with that has been difficult because I've never really had to deal with a lot of younger kids all at once. So kind of being able to get control of the team is difficult, and I'm finding different ways to do that. For the team, I think it's really going to be just showing up, putting in full effort at all times, and just wanting to win and wanting to be better. And that's something I'm seeing a little bit more of now that the season's actually started. We had our first game, and I think that kind of sparked a lot of people, because in the preseason it just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I think now we're going to have a lot better just overall effort, and yeah.
Okay. As a leader in your team, what is something that you would want to change in your game to kind of tell everyone, hey, this is time to wake up, it's time to play?
I think as a leader, we have to set the standard. So I think just showing up, putting in more effort than everybody else, I think that doing that every single time you come, and it's not easy to just show up all the time. I'm not perfect. I don't always show up and always just want to be there, and I don't always put in 110% effort, but I think that's what leaders need to do, is just realize that it's bigger than just yourself. So yeah, you don't want to be there, but you have to be there, and you have to set an example for these young kids. And I think for me, that's something that's a little bit of a challenge, is to especially when you deal with a lot of frustrating things, it's hard to kind of show that you want to be there. So I think doing that is definitely something that I'm doing and can still work on.
Yeah.
Building the confidence too, because some of these kids, a lot of these kids have potential, they just don't have the confidence to actually do what they want to do. So I think giving them that push, just go for it. Yeah. I think that I've seen it already just it helps a lot. Just hearing their captain just give them the go-ahead, and they do it, and it works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with the classic Ronaldo Sui.
Oh.
Can't go wrong with the Sui. The most iconic, the best. I mean, you can't go wrong with it.